I don't know. So Big Brother Canada's on, and all they do is talk maple syrup. It's awesome.
Of course they do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's Carl here on the Monkey Caviar Podcast Network. I'm Tiny, your host. My camera's not coming on, but I'm sure it will at some point. With me, as always, Adam. Adam, how are you tonight?
I am great. I'm back after missing last week. Sorry about that.
That's right. Kings won last Monday, though, right?
Yes, they did.
So that benefits you in their playoff
and they just won tonight too in overtime.
Are they in the playoffs officially yet?
I think they're just at the bottom of the playoff picture, but there's still a couple weeks left, so it's nothing's decided yet.
Oh crap! My computer just decided to play the playback back, and I can't hear that. That's really
Tammy's
awful.
joined us this evening.
Oh, I see that. Hi, Tam. How are you? Long time, first time. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna do. We're talking about 2 episodes because of the Kings game. So first, thanks for saying I never looked better. I took my glasses off. I know. Well, man, I'm sexy beast. What do you want? I'm the Jeffrey Dean Morgan of podcast, bitch.
There you go.
No, not quite. I wish, because that dude can buy clothes like off a rack. I got to buy my clothes off a tent rack. So we did miss 2 weeks ago, and that would have been unfortunate if the episode didn't just suck.
Yeah, I mean, nothing happened in that episode.
We would have struggled to talk about that episode for an hour.
Yeah.
So here's the highlights. Father Gabriel goes blind because, well, God hates him.
It's not just the blindness. I mean, like every step of that journey is like, oh yeah, God's looking out for us. God's looking out for us. What happens? Dr. Cotter gets his leg caught in a bear trap. They get caught by the saviors. He tries to steal a gun. He gets shot. Gabriel gets taken back to Negan. All of that for fucking nothing. God has a sick sense of humor.
All he did was get Dr. Carson killed, basically.
Yeah, he got Dr. Carson killed, and he ended up, sorting bullets for Eugene.
Yeah, so now he's Eugene sets up his weapons factory. He's running it like a boss, and that's great. I'm all for that. Yeah. What else happened in that shitty episode?
I mean, Eugene's a little sexist as a boss, but in light of Hollywood these days, it's par for the course.
Maggie decides to let the prisoners out 2 at a time for a little exercise and some R&R.
Here's my problem with that, though, is Maggie talks a great game, but she has no follow through. It's like, oh yeah,
look.
She wasn't going to let them out. She was going to cut their food. She wasn't going to let them out at all. She was going to cut their food rations. And she's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll give you guys some food. I'll let you guys out a little bit. You can do some work around here. She came off like a hard ass. Early on, it's like, you guys are my prisoners. You're lucky to be alive at this point now. It's like she's done a complete 180. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because Maggie's still a great character. But, I wish she would stick to her guns as far as, the stuff she's saying she's going to do.
Tammy makes a valid point that a blind pastor can shoot better than a sheriff.
This is true. Well, at least this week, yeah.
It's because Rick Grimes was trained by stormtroopers.
Well, apparently losing Carl made him forget how to shoot a fucking gun.
Any kind of gun. Automatic weapon, doesn't matter. Whatever.
I mean, he was even struggling with Lucille.
We'll get to that one. Let's hold on because I want to deal properly with the shit episode that happened before we get into that. Maggie is scaring me a little bit up at the hilltop. I don't know what she's doing exactly. Tara, on the other hand, has lost her fucking mind.
Yeah,
and in the best possible way. When she tossed that Walker at Dwight, oh, dude, that was a great moment for me. I was so happy for her. And I hate her, right? I absolutely hate the character. But she throws the Walker at Dwight, and I actually cheered for her audibly. Go ahead, what'd you have?
Well, see, this goes back to the best laid plans are fell short by the people that are carrying these plans out. Look at, Daryl, busting the walkers out of the complex on the Savior's place, getting the Saviors out, Michonne going off on her own to do her own thing. And now Tara feeling, well, even though Dwight's helping us out, I don't trust him. I want to kill him for what he did to Denise. So I'm just going to take this opportunity now to get what I want. Forget how it's helping everybody else out, though. I mean, yeah, he did take him through a dangerous swamp to try and get to Hilltop, but he was at least doing his part to try and get them away.
All right, devil's advocate, though. If nobody busted out on their own, this show would be boring as shit.
True.
Because their plans would go perfectly as planned.
Yeah, because things would get done.
And though I've always said I want one episode to go just perfectly right, like the plan just goes as the plan is planned. I would love to see that happen once, but I don't need a kumbaya session where it's always going right. People branched out on their own and having their own things is what makes the show great, because
you need that episode where Rick episode of Rick pulls out a cigar, and so I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh man, wouldn't that be awesome? They pull up in a van, right? And like Tyrese is back in a flashback and jumps out of there, and he's like, "I ain't getting on no plane." That would be awesome. Who would play Face?
Jesus.
Rick. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Nice. I like it. Yeah. I think one episode A-Team style would be awesome. Like just a total fucking Scooby-Doo to the fans. Just all of a sudden, just an A-Team episode.
Yeah. I mean, give the fans a little bit of, just give them a break for an episode, just have fun.
But we gotta let Negan be Hannibal.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that.
Way better than Rick.
Yeah.
No, Rick would fit into the A-Team as not being able to shoot shit. So yeah, we give Michonne a lot of flack for not shooting well, but like a sheriff. All right, I'm jumping ahead. What is she right here? But did Tara forget she met the gang after helping Brian take down prison? You get her skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Tara's dumb. I don't like Tara. I hate Tara as a character. She makes poor decisions, and she's really not good for the group. She doesn't bring anything positive.
But Tammy's right. They did give her a chance. She was on the opposing side. She did some bad shit, but they gave her a chance. So when the tables are turned, fuck it. I'm not going to give this guy a chance. It worked out so well for me, but you know what?
Yeah, it's everyone on the show is that way, though. Everybody got,
they're getting that way now. Nowadays people are very
criminal.
Yeah, everyone's very wary of any new person they meet. Whereas, the first couple seasons, they're like, "Oh, hey, you've got a farm? Hey, can we camp out here?" Just blind trust in Herschel and his crew right off the bat.
Well, maybe
things like that.
Herschel being Herschel. Because we as long as we're meshing these two episodes up, we do meet some people that seem to have some pretty good motives.
They do. And, I understand that the need for being wary in this, because the last group of people Rick and their guys met turned out to want to kill everybody and take all their shit. I totally understand.
There's a lot of, killing and taking all their shit is the way of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But now we've met this new group. We don't know where they live yet or who they are, but Georgie and do you remember the girl's name? Matilda and
I don't remember.
It was something like that. But,
that's some weird names.
One of them they made up some words, and one of them was moisture. So that was a made up word. Was moisture. I like that. I'm gonna call her the moist girl.
Moist,
because most people hate the word moist.
Yeah,
moist. I can't.
Yeah, that word drives some people insane.
All right, as long as we're skipping episodes and mixing everything up, what is going on with my man Simon?
Well, I mean, we saw this a couple weeks ago when Simon, the whole thing with the scavengers, so the trash heapers. Simon, has his ideas for what he thinks should, how they should do it. And Simon definitely let his temper and emotions get the better of him with the heapsters. And now he's figuring, maybe recruit some other people to his cause.
Yeah, but then he straight con job Dwight.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good. Yeah. Oh yeah, we know Simon's days are numbered.
Short term. Simon may be the special guest on Talking Dead next week.
Depends on how things play out with Negan from the end of this episode.
Yeah. Well, see, I like that. I like how this episode was much better than the one prior because one, it was an action-packed episode. Yes. Lots of car chases, zombies, all kinds of stuff. All the good stuff was in there. For a while there, I thought that Simon was coming around. He was like going to be on our side. And he was like, all right, Dwight, what do you think? What do you think? Should we, just turn on Negan? And Dwight, to his credit, was very cool in that situation.
Dwight is really good at, reading the situation and acting appropriately to save his own ass. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I still think that his intentions lie with Rick and the Alexandrians and all that, but he, like Eugene, will play the part to keep himself alive.
Absolutely. Whatever. Anybody but me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Simon was playing Dwight fully. Absolutely. 100%.
And playing him like a fiddle. Yeah.
So I got the episode on the TV so I can see it, and they're doing they're getting Lucille all gutted up.
I like that he's got that bucket of gore in his car.
This is like the last thing in the comic book that I think is relevant anymore. Is that in the comic they gutted up the weapons, and I was wondering if they were going to do it on the show.
Yeah.
And now that Carl's gone, it's two different things, people, and we just have to accept that.
I mean, it's been that way forever. It's been that way forever.
It has.
I mean, they keep main plots, main parts of the story, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I wasn't sure if we're gonna get the bloodied weapons and shoot to wound and let them turn on each other.
Yeah, and if what we're hearing about Lauren Cohan is true, then losing Maggie at the end of this season may be a reality.
It is possible. I really don't want to see Maggie go. I really don't want to see Maggie go. I really like her character, but that's the problem with TV show like this, especially when they're running for too long. They start contract negotiations. We can find ways to reduce costs. That's why you have episodes without main characters, because it just saves a little money here and there.
I don't want to get off of Walking Dead too much, but this week, maybe next week, Black Panther passes Avengers as the highest grossing comic book movie ever.
Well, Black Panther is the first movie since Avatar to be *1 for like the first 5 weeks of its opening.
Yeah.
And that's pretty damn impressive.
So Denai Guerrera, who is how would you rate her performance in the Black Panther?
I thought she was fantastic. I thought everything about that movie was great.
I haven't seen it, so I'm the one guy.
Well, don't worry. The rest of America's made up for your lack of seeing it.
I know. I had the day off the other day, and I was like, I don't go see just Black Panther in the middle of the afternoon. And then I was like, no, I'm going to play Skyrim. And that's what happened. So Skyrim 1 and Black Panther 0. But yeah, the show running so long, people are going to become stars. Yeah. I mean, Lauren Cohan has been well on her way. She's been Batman's mom. So we're going to lose her. We're going to lose Michonne. We're going to lose Michonne.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I mean,
why couldn't Rosita be in the Black Panther?
Yeah, the one very light-skinned, Wakandan.
All right, we could have black-faced Alana Masterson.
Jeez.
All right. That's just wrong. So,
as a Scientologist, she probably couldn't do that.
Oh yeah, I love when Negan and Rick were fighting. Yeah, we're just all over the place now. Who cares? We're getting it done now. I love the Rick and Negan fight. That when Rick for all his bad shooting, and kind of poor axe throwing.
Well, poor axe throwing, poor Lucille swinging. I mean, yeah, he's swinging at the bodies of zombies. Why would he aim for the head? He knows better.
I know we only have Tammy so far in the chat room, but I want a contest. We need to create a drink called the Flaming Lucille. It has to be a float of 151 so you can light it on fire, but we have to create a drink called the Flaming Lucille.
Okay.
It's our mission.
We need something brown so you have like the color of the bat.
And don't forget to be sponsored by MoviePass. MoviePass for all your movie needs. Get a MoviePass.
I highly recommend it.
We want you to be a proud sponsor of Monkey Caviar. MoviePass. Did I say MoviePass? Go to MoviePass.
So let me know how to grab my card and like flash it up on the screen while you're talking.
I'm serious, man. I'm just going to keep talking about them until they send us a message and we're like, fine. Here's some passes. You guys are in. We'll support your show. That's all.
Let's do it.
That's all we want. That's all we want. 2 movie passes each. That's it. Then we'll come on weekly and we'll do a review show. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we can talk about movies.
We'll both watch different movies and then we'll watch one each together. Like we'll both watch one same movie and then we'll each watch one separate. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Have the sponsorship out. Yeah, let's get the sponsorship first.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, so I want to talk a little bit about the difference between Gabriel and Negan.
Okay.
Gabriel gets all the Walker stuff on him. He gets super sick. He's losing his eyesight. He can't do that. Negan did the same shit. He's fine.
Well, it depends. I mean, if Gabriel had a wound on him, and we don't even know if Gabriel's illness was from the Walkers. It might have just been he might have just gotten sick. You know, it was never explained what happened. All
right, but my assumption is that's why he's sick. So if that's maybe that's wrong on me for assuming, but they obviously didn't mention a wound prior to them gutting up.
No.
So
I mean, maybe he got something. Maybe he got some in his eyes or in his mouth. He somehow, you know, he absorbed some of this Walker blood and was infected, but not enough to completely work him over. Like when you get bit, you know, the transformation happens pretty quickly, it seems nowadays. But you know,
I'd at least tried to cauterize the wound on Carl. I'd at least put fire on the boy and see if he could, you know, live through that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how long it had been since he'd been bitten to the time he revealed to his dad. You know, if it had been a couple of days.
It was when he saved Sadiq, so it might have been, you know, a day.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, like, if he would have taken care of it immediately, maybe. But a day later, yeah, there's nothing they could have done.
So yeah, so I just if they're gonna make one of them sick because of it and not the other one, I'm gonna call bullshit. And then there's a lot going on Fear the Walking Dead where that kid guts up like every episode.
Oh yeah.
Like he just walks around covered in it. So if they're gonna make one person sick and then not that can't be the reason for his illness, is all I'm saying.
Well, maybe Negan's the one that's immune to the zombie virus.
He did get hit with the bat that was gutted up. He got hit right in the back with it.
Yeah,
he had a
leather jacket on. So, I mean, that probably absorbed some of it. You know, might have slashed up the jacket a little bit, but he might, you know, we don't know that he got cut up by Lucille.
And Rick swings like a Toledo Mud Hens backup pitcher.
I'm serious. Why was Rick swinging at the bodies of zombies? He knows better.
Body blows? Come on.
And yeah, setting them all on fire, great. But you know what? Fire doesn't kill zombies.
It does, but it's a slow burn.
Yeah, they're still going to walk around while on fire trying to eat you.
Slow burn, he said. Oh, come on.
Yeah. That's, you know, you light a zombie on fire, all that happens is a zombie gets a warm meal.
Tammy says if there was a chance to cauterize the wound, then Sadiq would have done it. All right, fine, that's fine.
But
whatever.
The other thing is we don't
cut Herschel's leg off, and that saved Herschel. So
but that happened immediately. They cut the leg off like right after he got bit. But I don't even know if Sadiq knew that Carl got bit at that time. You know, they never really showed.
We need more human testing in the apocalypse.
Yeah, you know, if you can find some test tubes lying around somewhere, and
no, Fear the Walking Dead, there was a group that was doing some testing.
Yeah,
and I was all for that because information is key, and information comes up in this episode as an important commodity. It gets you fucking records.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, Fear the Walking Dead still early on, so the ability to test, facilities, that kind of stuff still exists. I mean, even you go back to the first season of Walking Dead, the CDC was still up and running with just one guy in there, but he was doing some testing.
He was doing some. He knew what he was. All right, yeah. So I'm watching it, and here's this conversation with Simon and Dwight in the cab of the truck.
Yeah,
I kind of miss Milton. Simon, we talked about it earlier. This conversation, Dwight played it very well, and I think Simon was he obviously used Dwight, but he gave up a lot of information about how he felt about Negan.
Yeah, Simon's not an idiot. Simon knows what he's doing. He knows that if he gets caught, for what he's going to do, what he wants to do, that it's the end of him. So he was, testing the waters with Dwight, giving him just enough to let him know what he is thinking without straight up saying, hey, let's just go kill him and do this ourselves. Just kind of feeling it out.
Okay, but his whole pitch is basically, why don't we just tell him that he's gone and we'll take over and we'll start this and we'll do it our way?
Well, that came up later. That came up later after they found the wrecked car and the bullet holes.
Right. So when they get the whole gang gets trapped in the alley kind of, and they set the whole thing in motion, and Rick is out chasing Negan, and they come back and they're like, Negan's gone, but I am Negan and you're Negan, blah, blah, blah. Remember all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I'm writing this little tale, he goes back and he wastes those people. They're all trapped in there. Like, him and Dwight should have walked in there, said, Negan's dead, so are you. Bam, bam, bam. Wipe the slate clean on their side. Now you can redo whatever you want your own way. But you can't have people that were loyal to the old boss hanging around.
No, I mean, I think Simon's kind of banking on the fact that Negan is an idea, not necessarily just a man. But by killing all of those people, he would lose a lot of commodities. He'd lose the people to go out and do the work for him. He needs those people still, even if they're going to cut ties and move to a different area and start again. He still needs a squad of people to keep whatever groups they find in line.
Yeah, Tammy says Simon wants his own team, and that's how I kind of see it.
Yeah,
Simon. They talked about Simon wanting to be the big guy a long time ago, a couple episodes back.
Yeah, I think we even saw a little bit of that last season.
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm cool with it." But he's not cool with it, and now he's showing that he doesn't. He's not cool with it. He wants to take over.
No, I mean, Simon seems like the kind of guy that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Simon seems like the kind of guy who's got these big ideas, but he's not going to act on it unless he knows for sure that he is going to succeed. He's not going to just make a straight play for Negan because he knows in a straight fight Negan will probably whoop his ass. So this is an opportunity where Negan appears to be, for all intents and purposes, about to die. So it's a great time to come out and say, hey, we're all Negan. I'm Negan. You're Negan. Let's go do our own shit now. But, if it was to straight up like him versus Negan for power, and it was, they went up to all of the saviors and said, him or me, who do you want to lead? Simon ain't got a chance.
I agree with that. I think Simon has had a plan, and it's been brewing in his head for a while, and he was looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Simon's a smart guy.
And that opportunity was for someone else to take Negan out and then usurp the role, kind of Robert Baratheon style.
Yeah, I mean, Simon is a smart guy. Simon has ideas, he has plans, and he's probably capable on his own, but I don't think he's got the strength that Negan has. Yeah, I think he's a lot like Negan is very charismatic and is very good at, taking care of these people and getting them to do what he wants. Simon doesn't necessarily strike me as that same kind of leader.
No, I really wish they'd hop into Simon's backstory, man. Because he's like a professor or something. There's something in there. The vocabulary is too solid. His plans are too good. Oh, by the way, as long as I'm watching this here, if you're gonna have a car chase, let's not have muscle car versus SUV and SUV because it's just a bit ridiculous.
My God. And the whole missing reel scene. I want to know how the hell Negan crashed.
He didn't crash. What had happened was they dumped the cars over in the street and then got the actors out. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, Negan's car slipped on the banana peel and flipped over.
Oh, Tammy says Simon's going to take over for the people of the Black Parade. I don't know about that right now, to fly the helicopter. Right now, I think Negan is well on his way to flying off of the helicopter.
Either that or he's gonna meet the meat grinder.
Yeah, right. Oh man, let's just do the grinder episode again. That was all right. So I love that he closed everybody in with this truck, and I'm like, who backs up like that? And it was like that Austin Powers scene where he's backing up the golf cart in the hallway. Yeah, and I was like, how long are they going to do this for? Because it would be really funny if they did it like 4 or 5 times. Like they needed to make it ridiculously painful to make it funny, but they didn't go that far. I wish they would have.
Every so often they got to give us something humorous. They got to give us they got to throw a joke in there.
Oh, Tammy says Jadis will become Alpha. You know who I think Alpha is?
Who?
Sherry.
Oh, yeah, interesting. I'm not quite sure.
Dwight's girl Sherry will be
Alpha. Is this is the Whispers, right?
Whispers, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a little past where I stopped reading.
They're coming soon. Alpha and Omega are the 2 main things you got to worry about. Alpha's the Negan-esque woman of the Whisperers. And yeah, I seriously think Sherry, and if Tammy's not going to back that play, she's going to back it. She's going to back it 100% because it's the right play. Oh, yeah. So here we are at the missing reel scene. Yeah, cars, Lewis Medical. Yeah, there's rubbish. And Rick gets out of the car, and again, automatic weapon. Negan's just laying there. Walk over there, man. Look at your target.
Yeah, Rick doesn't even have eyes on Negan because Rick is looking at the bottom side of the car, and he just immediately opens fire. Like, what are you you hoping to get lucky?
Blindly shooting at the bottom of a car, and cars don't blow up like that.
No.
And then he runs in, goes into the building, a nice duck dive on the swing at the door.
Yeah, that was a pretty epic move there.
Yeah, that was a great move. I like that one. That was pretty sweet. And then, then he runs out of bullets like a dumbass.
Well, here's the other thing that was kind of stupid. Why did Rick close the fucking door? He saw that there were zombies out there. Why did he leave the door open to let more zombies come in?
Well, because in this point, walkers aren't a bad thing for him, man. If they get him, why waste so many bullets? Because he can't shoot.
Because that's been the theme the last 2 seasons. If you can't, there's a surplus of bullets in the apocalypse right now. Everybody's got bullets.
That's what I'm saying. I keep going back and forth to my story. I keep telling you, I'm worried about bullets. Oh man, they waste them. They just waste them. Horrible. He should have axed him in the head right here where he's on the staircase. He should have just put it through his hand, or at least cut off an arm.
Yeah, I mean,
we should have at least got to see somebody lose a limb.
Yeah, but Negan's too quick. Just let's go. Decides to take the plunge.
Yeah, I think Tammy's right. I think he wanted the walkers in. I wouldn't have closed the door. I'd have wanted the walkers to be part of the fun.
The thing is, those walkers don't discriminate at this point, though. Rick is just as susceptible to a walker attack as Negan is.
All right, so on my television screen, we are currently getting the meeting of the female minds. This is a big woman's power move right here. You got Maggie, Michonne, and
Enid.
Enid, who don't know when to shut her fucking mouth. I thought Michonne was gonna take the katana and op her head off.
Well, I thought she was gonna take the gun and I thought she was gonna take the gun and just like pistol whip her with it.
Oh, she should have. You don't pull a gun on my girl. Are you kidding me? So George.
It's surprising that Michonne seems to be the one right now that is very trusting.
All right, how do you feel about Georgie and the twins here?
I'm really not sure what to make of them yet. I mean, they seem to have very altruistic ideas, with what they gave Maggie and them, but at the same time, is it sustainable? Is it a sustainable way to survive? Hey, we'll give you knowledge if you give us some food. Okay, well, that works one time.
Yeah, and it does, and that was more of I think it's a big, hey, look, we're gonna give you this book. It's the key to the future. It tells you everything you need to know: windmills, grain, all kinds of whatever. Everything's in the book.
Yeah,
cool. Now we're gonna do this as a big sign of faith. We're gonna give you a bunch of food because we have tons of food.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna come back in a little bit, and we're gonna see how you're doing with it. So basically, they could disappear for 2 seasons. We could deal with the whispers. We could deal with all that, and then Georgie and them can slide back in and be like, "How's it going over here?
Where's our food?
Oh, you're not. Yeah, right. Now you time to pay it back." We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
They want records.
We don't know if Georgie and the twins are part of a much larger group. If it's just the 2 of them, the 3 of them traveling around in their van, making this offer to whoever else they find.
If they are, they're some of the cleanest lesbians I've ever met. Because let me tell you what. Again, I talked about Rick's white shirt in Carl's fever dream. This broad shirt is pretty white.
Yeah.
So, she's got her laundry on point.
Well, maybe in the book there's a recipe for how to make detergent.
Why the hell did she want records? All right, I have a theory about the records. Here's what I would want the records for. I don't agree necessarily with the no spoken word, but
I'm with you.
Songs, throughout time have been documents of what is going on in our world.
Yeah, no, I mean,
some songs include history, like the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, things like this, that keep our history in a way that we can actually remember it and bring it back quickly.
Yeah, and it's also a form of art, protecting art in another form.
Right? But these are things that she's not asking for paintings. I think music is so important in the world that a lot of people don't appreciate or understand or really vibe with the soundtrack that is in their life.
No, I agree with the importance of music, but music is probably a lot easier to get and save than artwork would be. To go to a museum and try and save the paintings or get a sculpture out of there. Music is a form of art that is easily transportable, and at this point they can't replicate it anymore. There isn't the power to press new records. There isn't much electricity to keep your iPods and phones alive. There's no streaming service anymore. So preserving what you can in a way you can makes sense.
Not a lot of shows going down at the Troubadour right now.
Not at all.
Yeah. Okay. And they say somebody in chat said they want comedy records. Comedy records can also work as keeping our history on vinyl.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially, comedians like Eddie Izzard, people like that especially with the, political edge to them.
George Carlin and things like that.
George Carlin. But if she's just collecting, records so that future generations can appreciate P-Funk, I'm down with that. I'm absolutely down with that.
Maybe her colony's a bunch of hipsters and they all want everything on vinyl because they don't believe in cassettes or CDs.
And it would have made such a great little moment if they'd have hopped in their van at the end of that scene and pulled away and Easy Street was in their cassette deck.
And just have Darrow hear that and start shuddering.
He starts shooting at the car. Well, no. So Maggie decides to take him back to Hilltop because she doesn't know what she wants to do with them because she trusts no one at this point. And I get it, but she's turning dark, and not Tara dark, but she's turning dark.
Yeah, she's having some dark thoughts.
And I don't want to deal with a Maggie darkly. Half animated, half not. It's just crazy. Keanu Reeves is in there. It's just a mess. So let's
no rotoscope.
Say that, no. The eaters. They didn't call them walkers. They had eaters written on the where they had the zombies all like that. That was so great. I love that Negan picks up a pipe and looks at it like, man, he just throws it away.
Yeah,
like I'd rather have nothing.
His whole search for Lucille after that fall, like, man, he's like losing it. Like without Lucille, like that Lucille completes him. You know, he's not Negan without Lucille.
Don't you touch her, he yells.
Yeah. And it's funny that Rick was the one that finds her.
Tammy says they got to have a record player that's powered by a bike. It's like the fucking Flintstones. Just put the pterodactyl on the record. Put the pterodactyl on the record.
You get your baby elephant vacuum cleaner.
It's weird because her character was just introduced in the comics. Oh, who was Georgie? Was just introduced in the comics? Help me out, chat room.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I've got nothing for that one. Hopefully, Marcus knows.
We got in a weird place, and I'm like, I don't know what's up. Anyways, yeah. Sorry, I got to the pterodactyl on the record.
Yeah, Marcus said she's just introduced in the comics.
Georgie? Huh.
Interesting.
Well, that's interesting. So we have no frame of reference where what she is or what she's all about.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. If they're doing something that's really current with the comics, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting to the point where they're catching up, you know. So they've got to, you know, they're going to have to start
like 60 issues behind or something, 50. Yeah, there's still a bunch, and I mean, think about it. 100 issues was like 7 seasons. So
yeah,
there's 50 is a lot.
Yeah,
she's the leader of the community with 50,000 residents. He says,
"Holy shit,
that is a big town. That's bigger than my town." That's not actually, my town's a little bit bigger than that, but yeah, that'd be everybody in my town. Wow. Okay, so 50,000 residents. Yeah. Do you know the name of the community? Because I really want to know now. Like Alpha Metropolis.
Right? New York
flies around. Superman flies around peeing on people. I'm a different Superman. It's a comic book, you assholes.
Well, they have a guy with the baseball bat like Negan calling himself Batman.
So what'd you think of don't you think that the fire would have weakened Lucille quite a bit?
Eventually. I mean, I'm sure Moistureville. Way to go, Tammy.
Yeah. Hashtag move to Moistureville.
I want to visit there. Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth. All right. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Who's that?
Sounds a little bit.
Who are you? I know we know you. Tell us who you are.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit too much like a Fallout 3, but
I'm looking at what Fallout game I have. I have Fallout 2.
Okay.
All right. And it's south. Yeah, it is. It'd be in Moistureville is definitely in the south. It's about humidity, son. Moistureville. Nobody's ever had a fresh shirt. Moistureville.
Well, this might be where Luke's family get their business starts from, because they were moisture farmers.
So good. So there you go. We're tying it all together. Walking Dead, Marvel Universe, Superman, DC Universe,
Star Wars. Yep.
So
it's all connected.
Bringing it all home.
Well, Spielberg's going to be doing that like with Ready Player One.
I think Moistureville is just waiting to be like a cartoon like Big Mouth.
Let's call Netflix and start to get something going.
It's a Southern cartoon about a bunch of rednecks and it's called Moistureville. It's set in Florida, Jacksonville to be precise.
Well, thank you for taking some time out of your Fallout 4 to listen to us tonight, Tammy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm really taking a break from Skyrim, so
I'm taking a break from Jessica Jones season 2.
I watch a bunch of television shows on Monday, but none of them are on regular television.
Gotcha.
I watch Unreal on Lifetime because it's for women. It's a great show. I'm watching the Unsolved Tupac Biggie thing on USA.
Yeah.
And then I'm also watch Canada Big Brother Canada. That's on Canadian television.
Are they all really polite in the house?
Yeah, they do say a sorry. They say a lot of sorry.
Like nobody screws each other over because they're all so nice.
No, wait. There's been 3 evictions and they've all been unanimous votes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're nice. It's Canada. All right, this is going to be the shortest double episode podcast ever because we've already talked about everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
There wasn't a lot to talk about in this episode because it was all car chases.
And like a horror stalking through the house, kind of, that horror movie, like stalking the bad guy through the house, trying to sneak up and kill him kind of vibe.
We did get the first naked walker ever was in this episode.
Not that we really saw anything.
No, you couldn't see shit, but yeah, it was in there right where Dwight and Simon blow up Negan's ride.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it was a much bigger deal about Dennis Franz's ass in NYPD Blue back in the day.
The season finale is 2 hours this year. I did see that, it was on my Fire Stick. It's listed as episode 17 of the season. And I was like, why is there 2 episodes on? But no, it's just the 2-hour finale. Yeah, that's fine. 2-hour finale. We're gonna lose somebody big, Maggie.
Well, we better. I mean, the last couple finales have been a little anticlimactic as far as the stuff going on.
Oh, I think we'll see Negan dealt with. I won't say killed, but I'll say dealt with.
Yeah, I mean, they need to end the storyline. All that war storyline needs to be wrapped up this season because I don't think I can handle another season of the storyline.
No. And you're right. 45 minutes of commercials in 2-hour episode. Absolutely 100% right. Actually, it'll come out to about 40 because it'll be about an hour 20 on my Fire Stick because that's how I watch it. So.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah, so it'll be roughly the extra hour is just ad time.
Yeah, because why not? That's how they're going to pay for next season.
I saw something the other day. It might have been Unsolved. Was an hour, just straight up hour, 1 hour show, and I was like, that's usually a 1 hour show. So I don't know if they just showed it without commercials or whatnot. But Yvette Nicole Brown's is showing up on there. It's pretty. Is she? Yeah.
Tammy, my shirt says I got mind wiped by Zatanna, and on the back of it says I think.
Yeah, I think. And Fear starts immediately after. Fear starts the next week. We're not doing a podcast for Fear. Fuck Fear.
Nah, I like I said, I didn't even watch last season, so
I did. I like it. I mean, I'm excited because I like a bunch of the people in it, and I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Morgan. And how
here's the thing. So there was a little teaser for the upcoming season of Fear the Walking Dead, and they show Morgan running with his bow staff. So I'm not sure what Morgan we're getting. Is this because this can't be, pre-season 1 of Walking Dead?
Tell you what, we'll do something for Fear the Walking Dead, even if we just do like every 2 weeks or something. We'll find something to do for it. I'll make Adam watch it.
I'll check it out. I'll be lost because I wouldn't know what happened last season, but
I'm telling you, man, Fire Stick. I can get you one. It's the way to go.
I know. I understand. Those things are wonderful.
Do you watch? Have you ever seen Drunk History?
I've caught a couple episodes here and there.
Drunk history. I did some research on it for one of my trivia shows, and they get the facts absolutely 100% correct.
Yeah.
It's just the rest of it is and it's so good and it's so entertaining. Fire Stick with Alexis, $25. See, there you go.
Nice.
Drunk history, so good. Yes, watch Drunk History. I want to do Drunk Walking Dead. I think we should totally do
it. We can do that. I'm totally down for that.
A bi-coastal drunk. I think drunk monkey caviar and I would be kind of fun. If not, absolutely 100%, they're going to get us banned for 3 months. So yeah, we should maybe we'll do it for season finale or something. No, I don't want to waste season finale. It's a 2-hour show. I don't want to be drunk for
that. Probably sober by the end of the episode.
We'll pick a show. Maybe we'll do one of the Fear the Walking Dead shows as the test runner for drunk Carl.
Nice. Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, there's the Flaming Lucille. Again, we're taking there's already a Drinking Dead podcast. Oh, there you go. See? Somebody already took the idea and ran with it. Oh, there you go. I still say we should have done this with puppets. We'd have done this Walking Dead recap with puppets. We would be killing it right now.
Yeah, that'd have been awesome. I remember talking about that.
I wanted to do puppets so bad. And just couldn't get behind it. But one day we're gonna do a puppet recap show. I swear to God, I just want a hand puppet, just a hand puppet. You know, it'll be just something I can operate, and I'll just sit over here like. It'll be great.
That'd be fun. That'd be hilarious.
So yeah, well, I got to do something to compete with these big podcast giants. I told somebody the other day that I had a podcast, and she's like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I'm like, "No, not really. Everybody has one."
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You get a microphone and a computer, and you can talk about whatever you want.
Oh, you want to do live? See, Tammy, I can't do that because I only watch on my Fire Stick, so I can't do live Walking Dead because it would just be bad for me. So no, not live. Not doing that. I won't even go on Twitter when The Walking Dead's on because I just don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, and like for any like the major shows like Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. If I'm not watching it live, I stay away from any social media.
Yeah, 100%. And like like Wednesdays, I go to work and I come home and I got a lot Survivor and whatnot that I care about.
Yeah,
so I don't go. And my Twitter feed is ridiculous with CBS reality people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
it's an obsession. Something's gotta end. Yeah, so I'm real good about staying off social media when I don't want to get something spoiled. So,
no, yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, so I'm sorry we can't do it live, and because that would be fun, like to get our reactions live as we were watching it. But yeah, I think it would just. You want to watch the finale live. You don't want to watch us watching the finale. That's
because there'd be a lot of dead air with us like watching like, oh, that's kind of stupid. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, we would do much better just getting drunk and doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 of the finale.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You pull it up on your DVR and then listen to our audio stream. We could do something like that, maybe.
like riff tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Oh, God, that'd be awesome.
Theater. They're doing another season for that, so I'm very happy.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I would watch afterwards. Totally, right? Afterwards, absolutely. We might have to do that one day. So before we go, I'm turning into a special segment I like to call Collectibles Corner.
What new collectibles did you get this time?
No, I'm an adult grown-ass man. I have no children. So I buy my collectibles and I proudly display them. You can see behind me what I have. And my beautiful, beautiful Iron Throne.
Very nice.
Been up behind me. Became a victim, if you can see the top of it,
I don't know. Your video froze. Oh, there it goes. Oh,
the beer bottle sheared off all of every little all the points used to be real sharp, like these here and these here, and they used to stick up about this tall. And then the beer bottle swapped right through it and took them all out.
How did a beer bottle fall through that?
Well, I had the beer bottle in my hand and I was swinging it around wildly like an asshole. And I hit my iron throne.
That sucks.
So, yeah. So now my collectibles were shit, but it still looks cool because it's all jaggy and broken and it's the Iron Throne. So
yeah. It's not like you can't recognize what it is anymore.
No, yeah, it still totally works, but now it's on the coffee table with next to my Danger Girl statue.
Nice. Good old Danger Girl.
Abby Chase. I keep my Abby Chase out in the open. She's beautiful. She's dusty as shit as I look at her right now. I need a new woman. Oh, so here's Michonne and Enid having a little chat on the top of the school bus. And she gives Enid back her gun that she had taken from her, like, bitch, please.
You get your gun back when you learn to respect it.
Enid's got to go. Enid's got to go now. No point to have her. No Carl, no Enid. Bye-bye.
Unless they're going to hook her up with the little killer kid. Get like that whole
there you go. Yeah.
You get that that Anakin Padme relationship going on.
She was schooled. She was totally schooled. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I don't think anymore that Simon is an Egan.
No. I think Simon is heading, his next role is going to be as a coffin.
I think
or a corpse, yeah.
Next week may be the end of Stephen Ogg, and
well, like I said, it all depends on how the Negan Jadis situation is going to play out.
Yeah, what do you think? Is she going to talk to him in full sentences, or is she going to give him that bullshit?
Well, the fact that she was wearing normal clothes and not like trash heapster outfits, I think she's going to be talking to him like a normal person. But now that now that Negan knows that Simon wiped them all out, he might be able to talk his way out of it and be like, "Look, it wasn't my thing. I didn't want to kill all of you." Whether or not that's going to play out,
I think Negan's safe. I don't think she'll kill Negan.
No,
I think Negan might even throw the bargaining chip out of, "Hey, I didn't know he was going to do that. So why don't you and me just go kill him?"
Yeah. I think he's going to make the offer of letting her off Simon.
All right, if Jadis took out Simon, I'm okay with that because that was a dirty move, and I love Simon right up until that move. I was a big Simon supporter. Put him in my top 5 favorite characters when we did the right before this season. We did our ranking, and I knew the minute I put him in there, I was going to lose him.
Yeah, I mean, we know Negan's going to kill Simon. There's no way around it. Negan's reaction when Rick told him about the heapsters is like, son of a bitch. Like, Negan was pissed. And
they need I hate that name. The Black Parade is such a better name.
Yeah.
We never did like the heapsters.
No. Yeah, Black Parade. But yeah, I mean,
I would lick Jadis's dirty feet. I love her. Wow. Well, there is a theory that Jadis is just taking Negan so that he can be her model.
Oh, maybe she wants to make a sculpture of him to put up in Sanctuary.
Yeah. She's quite the artist. I'm sure Negan in the buff might be on her agenda.
Maybe. Just Negan standing there like doing the Captain Morgan holding Lucille.
Captain Morgan, Lucille over his shoulder. Ahoy, baby. That'd be great. I would buy that poster.
Yeah. I'd hang it up in my room.
Little baby Negan swinging between his legs.
Wrapped in barbed wire.
Wrapped in barbed wire. I don't think David would have stood for that shit. Hey. All right, so Yeah, everybody's gonna die pretty soon. That was also the memo for the last season of Game of Thrones. Everybody's gonna die.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Don't hold out hope for any of your favorite characters. They're all going to die.
Yeah.
True. That is absolutely correct. All right, so next week we're going to come back and we're going to do one episode and we're going to do it for real. And we're not going to goof around like we did. But this one's been fun. I've had a good time tonight.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. We appreciate both of you.
Yeah, I love having people in the chat room.
It's like our biggest chat room almost. Well, we've had a couple that were 4, but
it's the most people. It's the most people we've had in the chat room in a while.
Yeah, in a while. You're absolutely correct. So thanks everybody, and thanks for sticking around as long as you did. I appreciate you. So we will be back next week. Until then, love many, trust few, and do harm to no one. Bye.